Good morning, this is Hero. One of the services that I do perform is helping people to keep their bonsai up. Well, this one here belongs to Mike. Actually, he's one of my students, but he just wanted me to do some professional care, and he was able to leave it here. Usually when I do this, most people bring it and they watch me and then I get done pruning. But in his case, he was going to leave it for a while. So I have time to set up my studio and take a video. So anyway, this is a rough bark elm. It started from here and it's in pretty good shape. But what we're going to do today is to get it so that we have it ready for this growth season that's coming up. That means that we're going to be pruning a little bit harder to allow for the growth. Okay, so basically this is looking good. And so the technique I'll be using today is so that it will look like this even after it grows some more. So anyway, let's get started on this project. Okay, before we get started, let me go ahead and spin it around so you can see what we have to start with. You can see our trademark non-wiring technique with the string. Those will come off because I think they're ready to go. So today's goal in pruning is so that we accommodate the new growth that's coming up. So what we're going to do is cut them shorter so that when it grows back, it comes back to where it is. Because right now, this is looking pretty good. But in order to maintain it like that, we have to be a little bit shorter in the branches and things like that, so it has room to grow back. And also, although this is not bad at all, we want to make sure that we get sunlight in. So, well, it must be nice for you to watch me work on some of the nicer things. That's why I figure today I'm alone with the tree, so I can take the time and share with you what I'm doing. Okay, how about in here? Going in, get it all tightened up. And then this one here, I don't know if you could actually see, it's starting to go up. So I'll remove parts of it, and then this will grow this way. Okay, now we tend not to wire around here. And wiring's okay. It's a technique, but don't get bogged down thinking that you have to wire everything to make a bonsai. No, it's one of the techniques. It's a great technique, but if you could avoid it, you could save a lot of hassles. That's what I've been doing most of my adult career, is avoiding unnecessary work. Basic laziness. Plus, you know, those wires are not cheap. Okay, so you can see what I've done, right? Right in here. It's to accommodate this new growth. Okay, now this technique, I guess best described as pre-growth season technique, in that you don't do this all year long. You have to adjust your technique based on the time of the year and the species, of course. But we're in the smack middle of March, and as soon as it starts to warm up, this is going to grow, so that better have accommodation. So right in here, right in here, I see going this way and this way. I think I'm just going to cut this off and cut this off and let it grow. So it was okay lengthwise, but we want it so that it has room to grow when it starts to warm up. Okay, so I'm going to do that to the rest of the tree and give. Okay, you see this branch here? If you look carefully, there is a branch that's kind of going up and coming down. So if you take these off, see how it's coming down, and then this one here is dipping down even more. So by selectively choosing the branches or the sub branches that it's going in the direction you want, you could avoid the wiring. So now it's starting to go down. Occasionally we had put string and pull it down, but if you learn to stay on top of things, that could be done that way. I think this has done its job. See, now it's holding. That's what we've been doing, just pulling it down so that it helps that. But most of the time, if you learn to prune and save the right branch, it'll work. Okay, now this one here, the one I thought I was done, I'm going to cut it to here because this is the back branch and it don't need to be that long, plus the fact that elms grow like crazy. See? So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing. And like I said, this technique is for pre-growing. So if you keep doing this all the time, then your tree will be looking too stark. Sort of the quality of the branches, we talk about that from time to time. What happens is as you go up, these branches should be proportionally thinner, right? And right now it's in pretty good shape, but if we're not careful with this one here, there's this part and this part, you'll get thicker and thicker. So I'm thinking of cutting it off here. You see the logic behind that. Oh, I hope Mike is okay with that. Nah, I know my students, they are okay with what I do. So that now this will stay more proportional, right? So this same thing, it's good, but we want to make sure it stays that way. Now, not all trees could be pruned that way, but elms, they backbud. So we have no problem with that. And then as we go up this way, this bigger one here is going to help make it thick. So we'll get rid of that. And we got this one to contend with. Same reasoning. So a lot of this technique is to avoid the problems in the future. Now this is getting much too thick, so we gotta slow down. Back branch. Usually during our workshop, I make the students do this. But since he left it, I figure, what the heck, I'll just go ahead and do it and share with you people. And I do have to be more careful because it's not my tree. And well, you know, a lot of my students been with me a very long time. And well, there's no time to be blowing it by doing some weird things. Okay? So, see the logic in what I'm trying to do. I think it's time for the string to come off. Yep. I won't do that. Not till I'll make him. As I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if this branch and this branch or this one should come off. But that kind of decision I leave to the owner, so I won't do it today, but those are the things that I start to look at and start to question, right? Can you see this gone? And this one gone. There's some business in here too, but like I said, those are choices made by the owner. Okay, let's spin this thing around so you could see what we did. I put fertilizer in here, so any mistake that I have made in terms of pruning, it'll be recovering in about a month or two. Okay, so I'm done with this. Let's go ahead and take a close look. It has a good root flare, right? And look how massive that is. And then it goes up, movement, and perfect taper. Okay, now usually I like to do this maintenance pruning while the people are here. And what I've done is I learned to read people's faces, because some people can't take this extreme pruning. And so I say, how about this? How about that? And gauge by their facial expression or outright complaint. Anyway, so like I said, normally I don't do this without the owner being here. But I had this chance, Mike left it, so I'm going to do, wow, I did what I did. And I know Mike though, I've known him for a very long time, so I know that he'll tolerate this, but there was a few more branches I could think being taken off. So anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye for now. So this is Hiro saying goodbye. I'll see you in another chapter real soon. In fact, I'll be working on Mike's another tree. So I'll see you real soon today.